Hello ratbags, it's Jade PLAYSGAMES. Welcome back to another ARK Survival Evolved tutorial video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create and make your own TEK underwater bases. So as ever, whenever you're unlocking some TEK tier stuff in single player, the quickest and easiest way now I've discovered is to just simply give engrams. This unlocks all the engrams in the game. Now, if you don't want to do this, there is a way you can do it individually. If you just really didn't want to unlock all the engrams, you only wanted the TEK tier, there is commands to unlock. However, this is the quickest way, and there you go. You can see I've just unlocked them all. If you click on TEK rooms, you can see all the TEK tier items that is available. This is what we're going to need the most of. The vacuum compartment and the compartment moonpool. As ever with all TEK items, you're going to need the replicator to make these items. In previous TEK tutorials I've shown you guys that the quickest way is possibly to create your own replicator, particularly on PS4 where it's harder to type in these big long commands. You're better off actually making the items with lots of resources by spawning in the resources. I'm not going to go through all that again today. I am going to just simply spawn in the materials we need to show you how to actually make your underwater base airtight. Now you get the vacuum compartment by defeating the medium dragon. That's the dragon on the medium difficulty if you're doing it legit. You can see how big and long the code is. It will take forever to type all this in. Unfortunately, there is no other option on PS4. If you're spawning this stuff in, you're going to have to actually do it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spawn in at least 25 of these. And there you go, I've now got 25 vacuum compartments. So with our items, we're going to go into the water and we're going to talk about and see where we can actually start thinking about placing some of these. Now what you'll notice is that you can't place it above ground at the moment. In the future they are contemplating using it in different mods. And also they'll be thinking about using it in DLC. Obviously in places where you need air or oxygen, so imagine somewhere like space. So we are going to start here and we're going to keep building all the way down. And there you go, you can just see it just comes up as a little frame. Build all the frame first. And now we're coming to a little bit more of a incline. I'm going to start building it out a little bit more. Obviously when you're building this you might want to build it as deep in the ocean as you want if you're making a crazy base. If you're doing it on official maps or official servers, you may have to think differently how to actually get the best use out of these cubes. So once you've got your basic structure, now we're going to need to start making it airtight. For this you're going to need the TEK generator. Now you'll only need one of these. So you've got the generator, we're going to just plonk it down here quite messily, but we can sort it out later on and show you a different way to do it. Now we just need to put element into it to power it up. I'm spawning in quite a few hundred and that should be more than enough. Once you've got your element inside, click on the activate power. And you can see that it gives power to quite a lot of the bricks and squares around. Now it doesn't do everything. When you hold the triangle or yellow button on it, you can see you can increase the range or decrease the range, just like you can with the TEK shield generator. So if we look at the show generator range, let's increase it to its maximum radius. And there you go, you can see now it's actually made all of the squares inside that radius. Now let's see how far we can actually go with it. One good thing about all of the actual underwater compartments is you don't need to worry about foundations. Obviously, as long as they're connected, they can go quite a long way. And you can see here, this is the distance from it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 squares across. So hopefully it should be exactly the same. And there we go, I've placed the last ones that we have at the moment. If you was hoping to place any tech tier items like the foundations, you're going to be out of luck. You can't place any of these on some of the items. So we've established you can spread it at least 12 squares across or 12 squares up and down. So in theory, you could have a base stretching 24 squares across. That is a phenomenal amount. But how do you actually get into your base? If you hold the triangle or Y button on the wall, you can see you've got different options. It says hold to open back porthole, unlock, demolish, freeze back porthole, set code back porthole. You can actually make it opaque so no one can see inside as well. Just simply hold on unfreeze and it will go back to normal. This way you can stop people from looking into your base and seeing what items you have inside. So let's open it up, and there you go, we've created a way in. And then if we shut it again, hold the yellow button or the Y button, close it back, and there you go, we are now in our airtight square. And we can carry on now making the base as big or as closed as we want. And you can see I'm just opening up every single slot, and now we can think about making this whole area a large area to put items in. And what you find is that the walls start to disappear and we can have like an open area space to go. Be careful when mucking around though, because if you tap the Y or the triangle button, you can accidentally set the wall to shut. And just so you don't make no mistakes, it might be a good idea to freeze some of the walls so you don't let loads of water in. I'm going to show you what happens when you do let the water in. You can see the whole base becomes underwater. So you've got to be very careful how you actually plan this and make sure that no one accidentally sets it to open by accident. If you lock it, you shouldn't be able to change it. The most safe thing to do is to set a pin on it so that no one can accidentally open it by accident and let all the water in. I'm going to show you the moon pool, but one thing we need to talk about with the generator before I start showing you other stuff is, depending on what radius you have the generator, you will use more element. If you have it radius on just 1 square wide, one piece of element could last up to 5 hours at least. Maybe even more. You can increase it a little bit by little if you want to absolutely measure exactly where you want your base walls But remember, the larger area you have, the more element you'll use up. If you have the largest radius, which is 10 by 0, you'll be using 1 element per hour. So now we're going to take a look at the moon pools, which allow easy access in and out of your base. So I'm going to spawn a few of these in. Now you can see you don't simply replace the floor, they act as new sections. So if you did want to replace something, you would have to actually demolish it. And then just simply place it where you want. So I'm just flying around just to show you guys exactly what it looks like when we actually have a bigger, larger compartment. And there you go, there's the moon pool. We can jump out into the water, or we can jump back in. And that is simply how moon pools work. As it's fairly dark, let's put some lights somewhere. You should be able to place them anywhere where there's an actual floor of the actual TEK underwater base. And because the generator actually gives power to all electrical devices, not just TEK tier, you won't need any wires. It's probably the best use of the TEK generator if you don't plan to have underwater base. You could simply use it just to power your whole base so you've got electricity without loads of cabling. And there we go, we've got some light even though it is pitch black dark. So you can place foundation pieces, and if we try and put one just in the middle here. And as you can see, you still can't place a wall to the foundation piece. You can't even place railings. So a bit of an odd one. You can place foundation pieces down, but you can't actually put any metal pieces or TEK tier items of building inside the actual. But anything placeable like workbenches, forges, anything like that you will be able to place. In fact, you can place it on top. But there's nothing to stop you from building structures outside of it. Either to add extra protection or building outer walls to stop people. And there you go, even though it looks a bit stupid, you can actually have your generator in just a one square. Not all TEK tier is the same though. The TEK replicator can be damaged by metal weapons, ballista turrets and dinosaurs, such as rock elementals, bosses, donkeys, dodo rex. Even a Ferrazino can actually damage a replicator. Vacuum pods or underwater TEK pods are the same as walls. They can only be damaged, like I said, by explosive TEK rifles and additionally titanosaurs and dodo rex. You can paint the insides of your bases. In fact, you can paint any region as long as obviously you know the region you're doing. It's a pretty cool effect. So that is pretty much it, guys. I'm going to be doing more tutorials, especially showing you guys how to actually breed animals underwater now. A quick look at some of the other brand new creatures in the game. And I'm going to be showing you how to use the TEK teleporter as well. I'm Jade PLAYSGAMES. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.